Hello, this is DrSayus and welcome to a special episode. Today I will be talking about my art, my old art pad back in GCSE and A-level art. The reason I'm talking about this is because art's a very passionate subject of mine, and I believe art can be many things, not just drawing or painting or sculpturing the traditional sense. Like when I was doing my A-level, I would have done a lot of computerized art using Photoshop, and then I've also would have drawn. I would have done other things as well. My art teacher did not like my computer art, even though it was on the curriculum that you could do that. She said I had to draw something and paint and blah blah blah, so I did. My mom didn't like my art teacher. I think there was the art teacher was jealous of my mom because my mom, well, she still is an artist, and my art teacher was very bad at drawing. She would draw on the blackboard. She'd pretty much draw like a glorified stick figure and say that's what you have to draw. And it's like, really? How did you become an art teacher? Probably through connections. That seemed to be how it was back in the day. Still is. That's how the world works. Anyway, so I just want to show you some of the creations. They're not too impressive. We had to do a cover for our art folder, and I had that, and I'm actually quite proud of this, even though it's not that detailed, because back when I was younger, I had issues. I had issues with my confidence, and it had affected me so much that in my art, I drew things I wasn't passionate about. I drew things that were boring because I was that afraid of standing out. And I wish I could go back and slap myself and say, no, do what you want to do. But this is one of the few examples in my art folder where I did do what I wanted to do, because I loved the color red, and I loved flames, and I loved sword and shield, medieval, and there's a gun. I think that's a shotgun and one of Waluigi's bombs. So yeah, I really like that. I think this was GCSE art, or no, maybe this is all A-level actually. But we had to draw these things for our art class. They look to be culture drawings. They look African to me. Maybe anyone recognize these? So at the start I couldn't pick what I wanted to draw. It was just sort of given to me. I think I got all these pictures from the internet. Some of them aren't too bad. I mean, that one's not bad. They're not Da Vinci, let's be honest. But they're alright. I mean, I squeezed them all into a tiny picture. I mean, some of them are quite amateurish, like that one and that one, but yeah. I like art. I didn't say I was good at it, so moving on. This is an art thing we had to do. The teacher put 2 masks down and we had to draw it. I assume I left space here to do a third one, but for some reason it wasn't filled. I actually did a paper machete version of this. I'll show you at the back. This is it here. I pretty much used glue and different coloured paper. I got a bit creative, and this looks like carpet that I've done here, but that wasn't too bad. You know, you were using all different types of concepts that I'd never done before. A very exciting childhood. It's the first time I've done something like that in art class, but there you go. Moving on. This is more stuff that we all had to draw. There's a spiky helmet in the class. This one's quite simple, but it looks fine. Like, it doesn't look bad. Sometimes in art you can get away with doing something simple. Here's more drawings that I did. That looks to be like some sort of spectre. This is all this British Museum apparently, specific designs. So yeah, I really did enjoy art class. It was because I had problems expressing myself. Art class was one of the few times when I got to do that, so I did enjoy it.